Hi everyone, it's Rita. If you had a great Memorial Day weekend, it looks like I got big hair. I'm from Texas or something. No offense to Texas. I lived in Texas women. I lived in Houston for a little while, so the people that live there kind of make fun of their big hair, which I think is kind of fun. So here, I'm up in Sedona, Arizona. If you're new to my channel, I'm an Akashic Records reader and accessor. I was running a special for this month. I actually might open tomorrow up for a couple slots. So if you are interested in a reading, try to get in touch with me today. I had somebody reach out today. Next month, they're normally $250. So I had them half price this month. And so next month, I'm being guided they'll be $175 for 60 minutes in June. I don't do very many of them. Because I have not only other things I'm doing, but because they are, they take a lot of, I'm flowing a lot of energy in that space, and I connect into your Akashic Records, which is the vibrational history of everything that your soul has ever done. So it's beautiful energy, and it's an honor and privilege for me to do that. And I will be teaching a class to a small group of people probably sometime mid to late June. And if you're interested in that, let me know below, and I'll send you an email address to email me, and we'll do a little group Zoom call to talk about what my intention is around it. And we'll do that in the next week or so. But I've got the Records of Humanity opened, and I was hearing, this, it's really important right now. The greatest fear of the human is not belonging. It's really not death, because on a cellular level, you know that you don't die, but you really want to belong. And we've seen that really play out in the last few years with politics and with how people felt about getting vaccinated and all these different things. It was really about this, I'm in my camp here and you're in your camp, and we're not in the same camp, right? So that was all about belonging. And so I'm hearing that, and I'm hearing the thing that you want to focus on belonging more than anything isn't a group or a person or anything. It's really about you want to belong to your higher self. And so right now there's no better time to get to know your higher self, and there's all sorts of ways to get to know that. And I've been showing some things about muscle testing on here, where you start communicating with your higher self to understand what the different truths are for you and yourself. I'll say one of my higher self things when all this stuff sort of happened with COVID, it was, I asked my higher guidance what it was about, what if some of these things I was hearing. And I heard, Rita, there are threads of truth to these things, but that's not where you focus. Because as creator beings, the more we can focus on things that are joyful and positive and uplifting to us, and look for the light in others, and shine our light and be that light in the world, the more the world around you, if this is our movie and our matrix, starts to conform to that. So that's how powerful you are. I was hearing the word resolute, and a friend of mine had emailed me about prayer and faith. And so I was hearing, it's like faith. It's like unwavering faith that Jesus talks about, that sort of resolute. So find things to be resolute about that are uplifting not only to you, but to others, and they expand your heart. And I think that's the true test of a good sort of resolute conviction or statement, or what you want to own. And then I was hearing, you want to find things that milk that sort of energy. So if it's, being out in nature, like the birds are singing here, and I love that. Sometimes I take my dog for a walk and I audio record the birds singing so I can listen to them, because they're just so beautiful. You can hear them now. They're just beautiful songs here. And so it's milking and appreciating those sort of things that you enjoy. And I'm hearing, if it's winter in your country and maybe the birds aren't singing, maybe you can't be outside right now, that you can get the same amount of energy and gratification by looking at things online and finding things online that feel that way. and you can find, like the weather's nice in a country. I'm hearing there's like webcams. You can still like check in on a webcam and watch the beach down in Maui, or, you know, wherever there's a place that you really want to be immersed in that would feel good to you. You can find it online. Yeah, just look for things that just feel really, really good. The more you focus on those things, anything you focus on, I'm hearing, is going to expand. And I think we all know that on some level. Sometimes we need a little reminder around it. I love crystals. So I love like holding crystals and looking at them. And I'm here, I'm hearing I should tell you a little story. When I first remembered the love of crystals, I was living in South Africa, and I went past this table. This woman was selling all these crystals, and she also did tarot readings, and I didn't know what a tarot was. And so she just seemed kind of really like kind of weird out there, but also kind of magical. And she was telling me her mother had read tarot cards, you know, which was, I guess if I knew what tarot cards were, I probably went, wow, it's like generational spirituality or whatever, right? But she was showing me the crystals and showing me sugilite, which is from South Africa. And so I can't remember what I bought from her. I think I bought a little piece of sugilite. I wish I'd bought more from her, because she had this really big sugilite gel piece. She was selling it for like $100, and I was like, I don't think I can afford $100. You know, I was living off the difference with my rent at the time, and I was just like, okay, I'm trying to stay in my budget. So that piece probably now is worth like $5,000, because sugilite you can't find anymore. But it's a very healing stone, and it helps with reducing inflammation, and I was heard it could use with cancer sort of concerns, or, you know, women's health sorts of things. And so I heard it had a lot of magnesium in it. I don't remember all the specifics now, but I remember thinking, I need to understand more about the stones. And I went, what I'm being told to tell you is I went online and I started looking at stones that night, and I could feel my heart vibrating. My body was vibrating looking at these stones online. And I thought, wow, that, you know, like I really have to pay attention to this. And I actually bought some stuff online, which was kind of crazy. But I just felt so compelled to buy some pendants and things that spoke to me that way. So I'm hearing, like, right now, grab your favorite crystal, sit in a quiet space, let it remind you of who you are, and appreciate the vibration and the energy in it, and talk to it, and let it remind you of all the connections to past loved ones you have, all those energies that move around you and support you. You can connect with those energies. The crystals remind you of your power. They remind you of your connectivity to all things at a cellular level. And I channeled a meditation to learn to use the rose quartz, and quartz especially, because it's got a lot of the silicon in it, is good for using with connecting to, because that's just energy that we have at a cellular level. And I guess it's a mineral in our bodies too. So it's that energy. Everything is vibration and resonance. Colors carry vibration and sound. I just saw a little thing they took the periodical table and looked at it from a different angle, because colors have frequency and numbers, and they could see the spiraling energy when they like sorted out the periodical table, which is periodic table. I spell things and pronounce things wrong all the time. So it took me several years to learn to pronounce quinoa. So I would say quinoa. Anyway, what else does humanity need to know this week? Concentrate on things, look for things, find things that uplift your spirit. I was feeling this like sucking spiral, like tornado energy. So you're going to have, and I guess, I don't know, there's a lot of that energy. You see it, like right now I'm seeing videos of tornadoes hitting different places. So there's a lot of that sort of energy that you can tap into, and you don't want to tap into that. You really want to tap into the energy that expands your heart, that makes you feel good, that makes you creative. When you're sitting down to calm your mind, I'm hearing take a pen and pencil and draw and reflect, and let whatever's supposed to flow through you, flow through you. Lots of love to you. Have a great week.